Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been an eon. It has been an eternity. It has been too long, my loves. It's been a really long time. I feel like I say that at the beginning of like every single video that I've posted, maybe in the past like 2 years or something like that. And it's true because literally every time I come back on YouTube, it has indeed been a long while. And there have been several reasons for that. In the first year that I stopped posting, a lot of you reached out to me asking if I was okay, and I was like, oh my god, that's really sweet because people actually care about me, and I didn't realize that like my YouTube audience actually cares about me because, you know, I don't know any of these people in real life. But it was really nice. Those of you who did reach out to check if I was like still alive and like still like mentally healthy, thank you. Thank you, I really appreciate you. And it's only because I was really busy, but good busy. I pretty much stopped doing YouTube when I started working my corporate job back in 2021. And it got really busy. It took up, you know, 40 hours of my week, and the rest of the time I wanted to reserve for, you know, my friends and my boyfriend and my hobbies and everything that was important to me. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't really need to do YouTube, and, you know, my videos weren't really getting that many views, so I was like, nobody's really gonna miss me anyway. But that was not true. And so, you know, that's the reason I keep coming back, because I know that there are some of you guys who actually enjoy watching my videos and people who actually care about what I have to say and like my life and stuff. And so I am back. I am back again. Am I even in focus? Oh my god. Oh my god, was I not in focus the entire time? Oh, okay, well anyway, I'm back and I'm in a new room, I'm in a new place, because I have started the LA chapter. Those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you might remember a video I posted in 2020 where I was making banana bread, and I told you guys a very vulnerable thing about my life. I told you I wanted to move to LA and pursue acting, and that is something that I've had to get very comfortable with saying in the past 3 years, because it's really hard to just, you know, tell people that you want to do acting when, you know, you don't really have like a foundation in it. None of your family members do it, none of your friends do it. You didn't really do theater. You didn't do theater at all in high school, and now all of a sudden you want to be an actor with like no training. And so it's just like a little embarrassing at first. I guess not embarrassing in and of itself. I was just embarrassed because, you know, I was going down this whole path of like getting an engineering degree, becoming an engineer, you know, climbing the corporate ladder, being an engineering project manager, and then all of a sudden it's like, acting, bye. And so it's just like, you know, it's a little scary telling people at first because not a lot of people will understand. So that was a very vulnerable video for me to make 3 years ago, and in like following videos from that video, it was like kind of not that easy for me to just like casually mention either. Like I would just refer to it as like pursuing my dream. And it's, I'm scared. I'm scared of like what people are gonna say, what people are gonna think, but life is too short to be afraid of what other people think of you, especially other people who, you know, don't even know you and don't even know your heart. So here I am, I'm in LA, in a very, very white room. So the funny thing is, I've always lived in like non-white areas, like non-white rooms, non-white houses. And let me explain. So, you know how like poor people live in places with like popcorn ceilings? This is my first time living in a place without a popcorn ceiling. And it's actually kind of insane because I have been so used to like living in places with like yellow tinges. Like in my last place, all the walls were like fucking yellow. All the cabinets were like painted this brown, and it was like lumpy because they didn't like bother like sanding down the surface or anything. Basically, I've lived in really shitty places, you know, like back in college, it was just like, you know, college dorms, college apartments, a shitty condo. shitty affordable condo, and then back at my parents' house, you know, it's an immigrant household, so there's like a lot of crap in there, and there's a popcorn ceiling and the carpet's brown and stuff. And so I always see these like pictures on like Pinterest of like really like white, clean places, clean looking places. This place is like brand new. It was recently built, and you know, the walls are white. I mean, I think maybe they show up on camera like a little bit like slate gray. I don't know, unless I just look like a fucking like beacon of light right now, just because there's so much white in the background, and that mirror is like reflecting the daylight from the fucking from the fucking window. So this is my first time like living in a really white room, and it's really bright too during the day because there are some giant windows that I'm going to show you in a bit. But yeah, this is pretty much the nicest place that I've ever lived in, and it's because one of my roommates found this for us, and this was up to her standards. I would have settled for something much less nice, just because I'm so used to, like, you know, living in non-nice, non-renovated places. It's so white. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, everything's white. Like in my past videos, it would be like darkness behind me because there wouldn't be much daylight. It would be like yellow because of the walls. But this is the first time in which I'm showing up on YouTube and everything is fucking white. So that's what I mean by like white area. I'm not talking about like racial demographics or anything. Anyway, today I am wearing a lot of makeup because I am about to go do a photo shoot with a local photographer. It has been a couple weeks since I moved from the Bay Area to LA. I'm in LA. I've been in LA for 2 weeks and I feel like I've done like 110 different things. And I am trying to build my modeling portfolio again, just because I don't really have any like recent modeling pictures. Most of my modeling portfolio is like from years and years ago, like college, when I used to collaborate with local photographers a lot. And so, you know, might as well start again. It'll be nice to like have a modeling portfolio, especially down here in LA. I've booked a couple modeling things already, which is pretty cool. I think it's like slightly easier for me to book modeling gigs than acting gigs so far, at least. So far, that is the experience that I am having. So, you know, might as well build that portfolio. I'm about to head out in like an hour, and I thought that, you know, to ease myself back into YouTube, since I have a little extra time, also I would show you my room. I would give you a room tour. But first I did want to talk about why, you know, I did want to talk a little bit more about why I've been so absent from YouTube. And, you know, it's just these past 3 years since, well, I guess almost 4 now, since 2020, my mindset has just been about like, you gotta get to LA, you got to make money, you gotta save up, you gotta get to LA so you can do acting. And I've been focused on that the whole time. And it took me really long. And throughout the time, I saw a lot of people who, you know, are in this industry who move down here a lot faster, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm like taking too long, maybe I'm taking my sweet time. But I did want to take care of a lot of things first, including paying off my student loans, and just moving out of my parents' house. Like, I just really had to get out of there, and I don't think I was ready to move to LA. I was just ready to move out of my parents' house, so that's why I moved into my own place in the Bay Area. And I lived there for 2 years, and I made a lot of really great memories there. I made new friends, and you know, I hosted all these potlucks and these parties that I've always wanted to host, just because I'm Monica Geller. Like, on the inside, I'm Monica Geller. Like, I just really love the idea of, like, you know, being the glue to like a solid like friend group. And, you know, all those 90s sitcoms, like, I manifested it. It came true for me. And, you know, I had a solid group of friends to hang out with. Like, I hosted a potluck every month, and it was the most fun ever, pretty much. It was super fun and really fulfilling. And you know, I resented having to go back to the Bay Area at first. I really did. Just because, you know, I was so used to living the SoCal life. 4 years in San Diego for college, and I just really didn't want to leave San Diego. But at the end, I like had to go back. And now in retrospect, I realized that there were a lot of things that I had to do up there, you know. I don't think I would have been able to pay off my student loans if I didn't move back in with my parents. I don't think I would have relearned how to drive because, you know, I got my license when I was 16, but I just didn't drive in college. And so I totally forgot how to drive, so I had to relearn how to drive. And, you know, I wouldn't have made money. I wouldn't have like taken a corporate job like if I was like if I just like had moved straight to LA to like pursue acting right away. Like I probably would be struggling financially with like no savings. And so, you know, I think this 3-year journey, this corporate path that I had to walk, it was necessary. It was definitely necessary. And like now that I don't have debt, it feels so much lighter than it would. Yeah, I mean, I've just been busy, you know, living my life in the past couple years. And, you know, I did intend on like making YouTube videos. You know, when I first moved out of my parents' house, I was like, okay, well, now that I have my own space, I am going to make so many YouTube videos and I'm going to talk to my audience and everything's going to be wonderful. But I ended up only making like 1 or maybe 2 videos in that place. And, you know, I guess I just wasn't feeling it. I think I was afraid also of like posting like a less than perfect video. I don't know, I guess it's just because I feel like the internet has been kind of mean lately. I mean, definitely like not so much on YouTube, but like definitely like on Instagram and TikTok. You know, I myself have gotten like a few hate comments here and there, but mainly like I'm observing people being mean to like other people who are just like posting like vulnerable, like just random fun videos, and you know, they get hate for like every imaginable thing. And so it's just scary because I feel like in my generation, when I was a young whippersnapper, I feel like my generation, when we went to elementary school, we were raised on, you know, the value of like, don't cyberbully people, don't bully people. You know, we had to watch all these like documentaries about like cyberbullying, and you know, we would learn about these kids like unaliving themselves because of cyberbullying. And you know, it's actually really horrifying, the effects of cyberbullying. But now it's just like, you go on Instagram, you open any reel, and there's like literally like so many fucking hate comments that are basically cyberbullying, you know. And I feel like the kids these days like did not get the cyberbullying memo, and so that's why like the internet has just become such a rancid, negative, toxic place, that I just felt really discouraged to like make content. And you know, because I didn't want to like come on here and like be vulnerable and then like have people like attack me, you know, for no reason. Like I'm delicate. I am just a girl, okay? I am trying to have like a thick skin, because in this industry, I definitely need to have a thick skin. Like being a YouTuber, like I've always had to have a thick skin and not let like some random fucking profile pictureless person on the internet affect me, you know? But it's just hard. It's hard. And like people, 1,000 people can say really positive, nice things, but it only takes like one person to say something negative to like, you know, make you think about that for hours. And it's something that I'm working on, you know? I don't want people's negative shit to like affect me, because the advice that I always give to other people is that, you know, happy people, successful people, people who are doing better than you, people who are, you know, more attractive than you, people who are just like, you know, living the life, they don't have time to like hate on other people. And so it's just like, the people who are hating on you are definitely like ugly, lonely, sad, unsuccessful, you know? And so it's just like, when all these things are taken into account, it's like, does it matter? Does it matter when it comes from them? But I mean, it hurts. It hurts when somebody says something mean, like even if they are like in that shitty position, and even if you are doing better than them, it does hurt in the moment. And so I'm just trying to just have a thick skin, but I am just a girl, all right? I am just a girl. You better be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Yeah, so it's just been like a little bit discouraging, I guess. I just haven't felt like being on the internet. I just haven't felt like being on the internet. I don't like social media. I am an influencer. See, did you see the face that I made when I just said influencer? I'm an influencer that hates social media just because of like all the negativity and like the entitlement of people. They feel like they can say whatever they want, you know, about your face, about your body, about like your mannerisms, like just pick you apart. And it's not it. like literally, like I will see like a reel of a fitness influencer, you know, talking about like bicep curl form, and all the comments, pretty much most of the comments will be like, oh, like they're just letting anybody be a trainer now. They're just letting anybody be like a fitness influencer now. Or like, what muscle? Like you don't have any muscle definition. Like, oh, like why are you dressed like a whore in the gym? Like why don't you just put on some clothes? And so it's like literally all the comments are just like so rampantly like negative that it makes me feel like I don't even want to post fitness content, you know, because I don't want to expose myself to like that. And so yeah, I just, long story short, the internet has been a negative place. Negative place. And but you know, I do want to come back on here because part of me really does enjoy like making videos. Part of me does enjoy like huge part of me really does enjoy interacting with those of you who actually like my videos and comment positive things. And I really like that part. And so I don't want to give that all up. You know, I spent years building up this like 13,000 subscriber audience, and now I'm just gonna give it up. No, I don't think so. So, you know, I'm back. I don't know how often I'm gonna post, let's be honest. I don't have a plan, but I don't know, we'll see how this video goes and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I thought I would give you a room tour now. Okay, so right now I am sitting in the armchair in the corner of my room right now, and I brought this coffee table from my last place. So I bought this coffee table for $40 on Facebook Marketplace like maybe 2 years ago, and I just absolutely fell in love. Like this was my, I mean, pretty much all my furniture at my last place was thrifted. Basically, I mean, do you call it thrifted when you get it on Facebook Marketplace? I guess you do. Secondhand. So I kept telling people like, oh, I got my couch for $75. Sadly, I couldn't bring the couch because it couldn't fucking fit through the door, and it was also too big for the U-Haul. So I didn't bring the couch, but this was $40. This armchair, actually, I'm lying. I'm totally lying. This armchair was not thrifted. This was from TJ Maxx, and it was like $300 fucking dollars, which is why I didn't want to get rid of it, because I was like, I spent $300 fucking dollars on it. And that ottoman was also from TJ Maxx, and it was like $90. Can you imagine this being $90 and this being $40? Like, bitch, why would you even like do anything other than thrift? But anyway, this bed frame I got for free from my best friend, and this is a full-size mattress. I actually brought my mattress in the U-Haul and everything. That TV stand is from Amazon. Damn, I'm such a fucking liar. Oh my god. I'm such a liar. That TV stand is from Amazon. But that desk is thrifted. All right. And then my dining table, which is downstairs right now in the kitchen, is also thrifted. So I guess that counts for something. But yeah, this is my desk. I also got this for like $40, I think. $40 from this man who had retired, and he had only used it for like a year. And I was like, yeah. And it's like solid wood. So whenever I like want to knock on wood, I can have something to knock on. But yeah, that is the armchair that I was just sitting on. And this is a mirror that I got from Home Goods, and it was $60. This is new, so this doesn't count. This doesn't count as part of like the thrifted claim. And I also got this rug from Home Goods, which is new as well. It was $60. $60. Honestly, kind of a steal for both, because you know, mirrors and rugs are like fucking expensive. So $120 for the both of them, that was pretty good. And I have some slippers. My one of my clients gave that to me, and then I got that as a Christmas present from my boyfriend's family. I feel like all my comfy slippers are like gifts because I like never really like buy myself comfy slippers because I only really buy like practical things. So it's nice. It's nice to have something comfy. And these are some really ugly coasters that me and my sister made together. I don't remember if I made a video on them or not, but the funny thing about this one is that she was so mad at me for putting red glitter because she thought it ruined it. And it kind of did, low-key. I didn't expect it to all like sink to the bottom because it was like flipped this way. But yeah, I think about that funny memory whenever I use this coaster. It's a nice little like private living room that I can just like, you know, I can use it to like sit here and like drink some tea, or sit here and like doodle, or like sit here and chill and like watch TV on my own whenever I feel like being on my own, because this is my first time like living with roommates since college. I don't got that corporate income anymore, so I have to split rent with two other girls, and thankfully it's been going really well. I feel like finding roommates as an adult is like much better than finding roommates as a new like college kid, because you know, when you first go into college, it's like, okay, well, who wants to live with me? Anybody? Okay, I'll take anybody. But then you know, you get traumatized from that, and then when you have to find roommates later in your adulthood, you're just like, okay, do you wash the dishes? What time do you go to sleep? Are you a night shower or a morning shower? And so we asked all these questions to each other, and you know, it's really compatible so far, even though it's only been a couple weeks. But I really like them, so that's good. That's good news. But yeah, even when I have friends over, like, you know, I could sit on the rug or like bring my ottoman over there and like sit, make room, and then we can watch TV together. I can't have like more than like one person in here at a time. So yeah, that's totally fine though, because I barely have any friends here. And this is the giant window situation. I had to get this like tension curtain rod from Target, which was like ridiculously expensive. It was like 20 something dollars for a freaking curtain rod. Can you imagine? But I really like that this curtain rod is like one of those that extends past the window, because this one is also a tension curtain rod, but it's like the ones that, you know, you would first think of when you say tension curtain rods, which is like it goes inside the frame. And I thought that, you know, this doesn't really like look that nice. I mean, when compared to like the ones that like stick out, because it looks like it was drilled in, but it wasn't. I don't know how articulate that was, but it didn't really feel like it. But I also have an AC unit, which is nice. This is also a heater, and you gotta have that like temperature control when you like live in LA, you know? So that's nice, but I'm also like nervous, 'cause I've never lived in a place with AC before. Is that true? Yeah, it's totally true. I've never lived in a place with AC before, and even when I lived in places with heating, I like pretty much rarely used heating, but I've used the heating a couple times already. There was like a lot of rain a couple weeks ago, and it was really, really cold. Supposedly, the Bay Area is supposed to prepare you for cold, in other places in California at least. But I guess I was just expecting LA to be hotter, but it wasn't. And so when it was just as cold as the Bay Area, I was like, fuck, what the hell? Actually, it was kind of colder. I don't know. But I put up my string lights behind this like sheer curtain, because I have this like long rectangular window for no reason. I don't like this. Like, what is this? Like, I'd rather just this window like not be there, so I wouldn't have had to spend this money on this extra curtain. But it's fine, I guess. I guess when I'm like sitting here and then I'm like taking calls, I look like I'm in like a fort or something. I got that comment from my coach when we met this past week. He was like, "Oh, you look like you're in a fort." And I'm like, "What?" But I guess it's like, it's fun. It adds like a little cozy element. And this curtain is like really, really beautiful when the string lights are on. So maybe I'll show you that later when it's darker. But yeah, this is the window situation. And if you see that like black panel behind the curtains, that is my blackout curtain that I just like stuck on the window with suction cups, because it's really, really damn bright in here. And me being a vampire and being so used to being in the darkness, it's hard. And I got like white curtains because I didn't want to like weigh down the room, but the daylight just like pierces right through, and it's basically like pretty much as if they're not there at all. And so the blackout curtain has been able to like block out some of that extra like light and like heat, because you know it'll be like 3 p.m. and I'll be in here and I'll be like sweating and my face will be red and I'll be like, oh my god, and it feels like I'm like spending all day outside. And it's not even like the brightness too, it's like the UV exposure that I'm like thinking about. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep this curtain up for now, even though it's like kind of ugly, but it's okay. Anyway, so this is the living room area, and then I had to get this new shelf because at my last place, I had a bunch of closets and like storage, and there's not much like closets, at least for my my personal things, in this new place. So I had to get a shelf to like put all my miscellaneous junk. I guess not entirely junk, my precious treasures, but this sign says Leanna's dressing room, and one of my friends got this for me because she knew I was coming down here to do acting, and it was pretty much like one of the cutest gifts I ever received. And yeah, I just have like some beauty stuff up here, and then my nail stuff takes up like 3 whole squares, and then some games, even though I don't know who I'm gonna play games with because I don't have any friends down here right now. I'm so dramatic. I have a few friends, okay, it's not that dire, but yeah, just like some miscellaneous stuff, and then the corner one that of things that like I don't really need to get that often. So yeah, I was thinking of making nails again too, so that will probably be something that I'm gonna work on in my free time. And then, you know, this TV stand is the same as my last place, even though I didn't really show you it at my last place. This is sage. I didn't burn it here. I burnt it at my last place though. And that was before I learned about how bad the poaching is for the white sage, and like how bad it is for indigenous people. So maybe we should not buy sage anymore. But here is my sunglass museum, as my sister calls it, and some books, Outlander. I have the entire like Roald Dahl series that my boyfriend got me behind there, my sister's book, and some art stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I keep this softbox light right here, and it's like facing the wall. It doesn't really take up too much room, just because it's like, I mean, it's big and it's kind of an eyesore. However, it's too much work to like collapse and like take apart and reconstruct every time I have to like do self-tapes. Even though, I mean, yeah, even though if I didn't have this, I think it would be fine because it's just so damn bright in here, but sometimes it's nice just to have that like direct lighting. So I just keep this softbox constructed, fully constructed, and just like facing the wall, and it doesn't really get in my way, which is good, which is totally fine. So I just leave that here. And then here's my desk that I showed you a little bit earlier, and I have an ottoman. I gave away my spinning desk chair because that chair was really shitty, so I sold it for like $15. And now I just use like my ottoman for my desk chair, and it's actually fine. At first I thought I was gonna be really uncomfortable without the back support, but whenever I need back support I can just like go sit on the armchair, you know, or I can just like move this far back enough so that I can lean on this bed frame. It's like a little jail, it's like a little crib. But I like having the ottoman because this is a very narrow walkway. Like it just barely fits me. Being able to like tuck it fully under the desk is nice, whereas if I still had a spinning armchair it would be like sticking out and take up much more room. So yeah, it's nice. And this is my over the door hanging rack. At first I was gonna get a clothing rack, but literally like where the hell would I put a clothing rack and or like a coat rack, you know, because I like to air dry my activewear because it's like more gentle on the material. So it would have been really nice to have like a rack, like a hanging rack. But you know, this is good for my like semi-dirty clothes, you know, the clothes that I wear once and then I don't feel like washing. And I also don't feel like putting them back in the closet because it's like been worn out. So this is like a good like semi-dirty clothing rack. And then who knows, like maybe when I start like doing laundry for activewear more, I might be like, I want a clothing rack. I'll just figure out where to put that. But yeah, this is the nice like over the door rack. Oh my god, over the door rack, and it's a good, you know, storage solution for, you know, some coats or like bags and stuff. And then over here I have this mirror. I painted it brass. I guess this color is brass, right? I painted it that color when I moved, because originally it was brown, but even before it was brown, it was silver. It was silver when I got it from the 99-cent store. I think this mirror was like less than $8. I don't know. It was a really good deal. 99-cent store. If you don't know about the 99-cent store, like, I'm putting you on. Like, go to the 99-cent store. Yeah, you can find like really cute things like this. But when I first bought it, it was silver, and I was like, I'm not really a silver girl, you know. Silver doesn't really match any of my furniture, because all my furniture in my last place was brown. So I painted it brown. And then now over here, I'm just like, okay, well, in this bedroom, there's only like one brown thing, my coffee table. So it's not really necessary for it to be brown anymore. And also the paint was chipping off a little bit, and I had some extra spray paint from my Halloween costume. So I was like, you know what? I am going to spray paint this. And now it actually kind of matches the lamp back there. And I was able to bring the lamp, which I really, really like, because I feel like it fits into my aesthetic pretty much perfectly, this lamp. And it's really beautiful, because when you turn on the built-in light, these lights are damn aggressive. Like, especially at nighttime, it's just like too bright. Like, you feel like a specimen. So having some like warm, soft lighting has actually made quite a bit of difference. And I find that the curtains, because like this is like pure white, it's like almost blue, and this is like very yellow, and you know, it looked really, really bad next to each other, like with the ceiling lights on, at least at night. And I find that it looks like much warmer and better and like cohesive when the warm lights come on. So yeah, anyway, this is pretty much the most thought I've ever given, or like I've ever put into like a format of a room. Just because every time I've like lived somewhere, it's like I'm only here to like lay my head down at night. But you know, I was really determined to like make this place a sanctuary, a home. And you know, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I really like this room. And you know, I can do my art on the coffee table and watch TV. I just really like the damn coffee table. Like, this room definitely would have felt more spacious if I hadn't brought the coffee table, but I really do like it because it lets me have somewhere to like eat, because right now we don't have like dining chairs yet because we're still getting set up. So yeah, anyway, that is the full room tour. And I guess I didn't show you my bed, but this is a bed. This is a full-size bed. And my sheets are blue. You might have noticed that I committed to kind of like a blue theme in this room. And it's actually kind of a funny story. I guess maybe not that funny, but I'll tell it anyway. So I've had these sheets since freshman year of college. And they were just the sheets that like my mom packed in my luggage when I first left home. And so I've just been using this blue ever since, but I am not a huge fan of this blue, to be honest. I am not a huge fan of this blue, but you know, a lot of things are blue. Like that pillowcase is blue, this armchair is blue. Like I bought this at TJ Maxx and I saw it and I was like, okay, blue, like why not, you know? And so I had this and I had that. And when I first started thinking about like how to, you know, put together this room, I was like, maybe I should go for like a green theme, because my favorite color is green, and whenever I look at green I just feel happy. And like, it's actually scientific, like green is the color that evokes the most calm, and they actually paint bridges green to like dissuade people from jumping. There's a whole study on that, and it's actually pretty cool. So green is, you know, a very calming and one of pretty much my favorite color. So I was like, what if I just turn my whole room green, like get a new duvet color? Because this is also blue. This duvet cover is like also blue. I mean, it's like kind of white too, but blue, 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 blue. And I was like, well, I kind of want to like turn it green. And I was looking at some like armchair covers, but like none of them looked really nice. And, you know, bed sheets and bed sets are like really, really expensive. And so, originally the plan was to get like a cover for that, change the bed sheets, and maybe get some like green curtains so I could like really commit to like a green like forest theme. And then I came here and then I had to spend like So much money on the security deposit, so much money on a new fridge, so much money on a new washer dryer, so much money on like booking the U-Haul and the gas for the U-Haul and the gas for my car and driving out here. And it's just too much money. So now I can't afford, I don't have any extra money to like turn this room green. So I ended up buying this rug, and then I showed my sister, because I had told her, I was like, I want to turn the whole room green. And I showed her this rug, and she was like, what happened to getting a green theme for your room? And I was like, I committed to the blue. And she was like, why are you like this? And I was like, I know. So now my room is blue, and I guess that's fine. I'm okay with it. Perhaps a green room is in my future, but for now, blue is all right. And yeah, this is Squishy. Squishy is one of those like invertible stuffed animals. She can be mad, but I prefer her to be happy, because when she's happy, I feel happy. And she's so cute. Look at that little smile. So Squishy hangs out on the armchair. So yeah, that is my room tour. Alrighty, it is much later in the day now, and I'm back from my photo shoot. I'm pretty much done with the day, about to get ready for bed, but I wanted to show you the twinkle light wall. I think it's really pretty behind the curtain. I've never really had curtains before. I guess I've never lived somewhere where I had to get curtains. Like I've always had like blinds already installed. But curtains I feel like just really elevate a living space. But I really like it because it kind of like, you know, softens the lights a little bit, and it looks like, they look like fireflies. Fireflies. But anyway, if you watched this whole entire video, I thank you. I really appreciate you. And I'm really glad that we got to hang out today. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. This was my room. New era, new LA chapter. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.